So what's good, y'all? I'm back with another video. It's been a long time since I've actually posted a video. Like I made a video recently, or like a couple, but I didn't post them. I kind of kept them private, but yeah, this one I'm gonna be posting. So this is like as y'all read the title, like this is a story time of a crazy ass day that I had on Saturday. It was 2 days ago. In New York. So yeah, I mean, there's no really flow to this video. I'm just gonna like tell y'all about New York, give y'all the context a little bit, and then just get into the day. So I was originally supposed to go to New York for like to work on a short film. That I know this girl that I know she's working on. But like I guess like it kind of got canceled last minute, at least like the days of production that they had, because they didn't have, I guess, enough funding to just complete the short film. And I guess she was just waiting till she had like just everything in place to do it. So it kind of got, yeah, so it got canceled. And but I already had booked my bus to New York. So I was like, I might as well just go. I have friends in New York, a good amount of friends in New York, so I'm like, I can just hang with them. I have a friend I could stay with, so that was no issue either. Yeah, so then I went. So I went from Thursday to Sunday, and the whole overall trip was just amazing, bro. That shit was so fire. But yeah, so with Saturday, okay, so there was basically stuff to do for me like all week, but Saturday it seemed like that was the day that was gonna have the most stuff to do, because obviously like I had all day as opposed to like um other, I mean, I had all day the whole trip, but yeah, other people had all day too. Like other people weren't working and stuff, so people were just outside. So the day started with, so first me, I was staying with my boy Palumi, right? um and throughout this video, like each step of the way, because y'all, this was a long ass day. So each step of the day, I'm gonna add like a little video. So I'm actually gonna edit this one, because y'all know I don't usually edit my videos. So I'm actually gonna edit this one and like just incorporate some videos from the different things that I went to, just to like just show you like the scene of like, because everything was just a different vibe. And that's what I love about New York. Like you could really find any vibe you want, any fucking vibe you want, bro. It's out there, bro. And mind you, it's not just one thing. It'll be like 4 or 5 things of that specific vibe, and it could be super niche. So basically, that's what happened today. So yeah, so it started off. So yes, so Saturday was like the Champions League final. And I'm not even a big fan of soccer, but I do catch matches here and there, and I didn't even know it was a Champions League final. But my friend Ruth, I was trying to link up with her, because like every time I go to New York, I usually see her. And so I was like, what is she doing Saturday? And she works at Kid Super Studios. So at Kid Super they were hosting like a watch party for the UCL final, right? And then so she told me to pull up. So I pull up, me and Palumi, we pull up, and it's a, bro, the Kid Super Studios is a vibe, like crazy. Obviously it's a storefront, but like it's a studio as well. So like that's where they do like photo shoots, video shoots, things like that. And there's also like a gallery space. That's where they had the watch party, in like a gallery space of the guy who owns Kid Super, Colin. His work was up there, which was super crazy, super fire. And then upstairs, they also had a recording studio in that shit. In a fire one too. Like they said, like people pull up. Like Friday, he's pulled up. Other artists and stuff, like other artists from New York, they pull up, and I'm just like, bro, what the hell? Like this is insane, right? So then they got that, and then upstairs, bro. Upstairs they have a whole like soccer pitch, bro. Like it's like a mini one, not like a full length, but like it's a mini one. But it's like there's still a soccer pitch upstairs, because The Kid Super owner, he really loves soccer. That's what Ruth was telling me. Like he really loves soccer. And I'm like, that makes sense. And I also do remember like Kid Super like doing collabs with like Premier League. I remember they did a collab with the Premier League, so like it makes sense like now like why they would do a collab with Premier League, because like this guy, he loves soccer. But like it was a vibe though, because like soccer, I'm obviously not tapped in with soccer, but I just know like what fandom and how it can just go crazy, because obviously I'm a Celtics fan, I'm a Patriots fan, and I just know those two sports, like how really hectic it can be as fans of a team, right? But like soccer is a whole different beast, bro. Because first you have the Prem, and like if you're everybody hate watches everybody basically, and especially if you're an Arsenal fan, you get hate watched because like, yeah, you're an Arsenal fan, and I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. So like, but Arsenal is up this year, so like that's what it's like. This is crazy that they're in the Champions League after they just won the Prem and stuff. So everybody's hate watching them. And then you got PSG as well, which has a huge fan base. There was so many people from France and Paris at the Kid Super thing, and I'm like, bro, that population is outside in New York, OD. But yeah, so two crazy fan bases, because there's also, even though people love to hate watch Arsenal, there's a lot of still Arsenal fans. So in general, they're one of the biggest like markets, the biggest clubs in the world. So yeah, so there was a lot of fans, but there were also a lot of haters, and there were also a lot of PSG fans. So basically, that was the mix of everything happening, and then it was just like so fire. And I didn't even care for the game. Like I was barely even watching the game. I was recording a lot of videos like on my VHS and on my phone, like to get like just reactions. Of like of the game in general, and I'm just like, I'm really hoping for like a good like, I don't know, like caught moment. And luckily the game went to like overtime and then penalties, so it was just like as dramatic as you can really get for a final, because like it was actually like the most dramatic one can get for a final, actually, because it was 1-1. They went to overtime, no one scored, and then the penalties were literally, it was literally like 4-3, right? And then like on the last shot that for Arsenal, like they could either tie or lose, right? And then I'll show you the results right here. Obviously, y'all probably watched the game, and y'all probably know the results by now. But like Arsenal lost, and because they missed on the last kick, and I caught the reaction of the crowd. It was actually amazing. It was a movie. So I'm gonna play it now. So yeah, that was that, and that was just like, that was incredible, bro. That shit was incredible, and like it was a vibe. They had a DJ. I don't know if they had a DJ actually, but they had music playing. They had like so many games and stuff, excursions. Like it was so cool to meet all the different like people there, the fans that were in New York, people who were Arsenal fans, PSG fans and stuff like that. So like it was super dope to meet them, and yeah, they were giving out free drinks too. So I got me a little drink, and I got me a couple more to go. So after that, right? So my boy Palumi, he low key kind of like went crazy. He had a lot of different, or he had like hella drinks. So he wasn't really feeling well. So after that, after the game ended, me and Ruth and Palumi, we just went to go get pizza. And then after that, me and Palumi, we went back to the crib because like, we had to prepare, because I was we were going to this Darty that I was taking videos for, right? And then Yeah, so Palumi, he wasn't really feeling well, so he just stayed home. So I just went dolo to the day party, but he was gonna meet me after. So that was fire as well. That was super fire, bro. Because like basically this one was these. It was like this girl that I met in Boston. Her name is Vanessa. She lives in New York now. She's like a chef and shit like that. She's super dope. So I told her like I was gonna be in New York, and I was like, let me know if you like just need me to. She was like, oh, I need some people to record like VHS and stuff like that. So I'm like, let me know if you want me to record some. Like I'm gonna be in New York, and she was like, yeah, she's super nice, super cool. So she gave me a couple tickets to go with my friends and stuff like that. But yeah, so and then they also were partnering with like a collective in Boston that like I guess throws parties and like I think they're musicians as well, Club Indigo. But so yeah, so they did a collab. So it was like a cookout rooftop, like they were having like drinks, food, music. It was a good vibe. Um, but yeah, like it was such a good vibe, bro. Cause it was as the sunset was going down, bro. Like that shit really felt like damn niggas is in New York with it, right? So I'm gonna show you the video from that. Like I got a crazy video from that. Let me show you. I got this feeling on the summer day when you were gone. I crashed my car into the bridge. I watched, I let it burn. I threw your shit into a bag and pushed it down the stairs. I crashed my car into the bridge. I don't care. I love it. I don't care. I got this feeling on the summer day when you were gone. I crashed my car into the bridge. I watched, I let it burn. I threw your shit into a bag and pushed it down the stairs. I crashed my car into the bridge. I don't care. I love it. I don't care. Yeah, so like as y'all can see, that shit was a movie. Niggas was lit as shit, jumping and shit like that. So after that, so mind you, um, like after that, um, yeah. So that ended at 9, but like I did have to go somewhere right after, cause there's this girl from New York that like I'm talking to a little bit, and then so I saw her on Thursday, right? But like our schedules weren't gonna really align for me to see her again. So she was like, oh, she has to go to this party because her brother is a DJ, right? And so he was DJing the party. So I told her to come to the one that I was at. I was like, you might as well come, you'll have fun. She was kind of telling me the same thing to go to that one, but I was just like, I don't know if I'll be able to go or stay or even be there that long, right? And then so yeah, so then basically she hit me. She was like, oh, yeah, I think you should come to this one, right? So I was like, okay, I can see what I can do, because hers ended at 10, but the one I was at ended at 9. So I left the one I was at a little bit early. I biked over to her, to her thing, right? And then, and which is crazy because I was like, bro, should I even go? I'm dead not trying to pay. Like, I would not pay to get in, right? But what blessed me is also, what blessed me a lot was, so I went, right? And I tried this method sometimes. I told y'all about like this method. I used it at like the Virgo Deep show. I was like, oh, I just showed them my cameras. I'm like, yeah, I'm shooting media, right? And then they were like, oh yeah, you're good to go. Yeah, let him through, right? That easy, bro. Niggas like literally got into that bitch that easy. I was like, thank the Lord, right? And then yeah, so like I got in like the last hour. I got in at 9, and then so I hit her, and then about like where she's at. So she's on the stage because she got to do some like promo stuff. So she was on there a little bit, but I was just vibing. Like I rolled up some shit, and I was just smoking. And then after that, I linked up. After that, she came down, and we were just chilling a little bit, dancing and shit like that. But yeah, then she had to go up at the end real quick before it ended. So I'm like, it was only an hour. It was cool, like nothing crazy. Then she went home, and then at that point it was like 10, and I'm hitting Palumi because like he's still at the crib, and he's like, "Oh, what should we do?" Blah blah blah. Or he's like, "What should we do?" Right, or something like that. Oh no, I was like, "Oh yeah, what's the word?" Like, link up with me, right? And he's like, he's still home because he was watching the game, like the Spurs Thunder, and I'm like, damn, I completely forgot about that shit. And mind you, like this is like a game of the year. This is literally the game of the year for the NBA. The game of the year for the NBA, and I'm like, bro. So I just fuck it. I was like, all right, I'll link. So I was like, I'll link Palumi after. So I just went to this random bar, and then I was just watching the game. Like I was there by myself, but like there was hella people that came up to me, bunch of Knicks fans and shit, like talking their shit. I told them I'm a Celtics fan, but they were just talking about the finals, how like exciting it was. It was cool. Like people in New York are pretty friendly. Like they'll definitely come up to you, chat, like some shit like that. So like yeah, I was talking to a bunch of strangers, which was cool. I watched the game. The Thunder lost. Oh my god, life is good. Life is super good. Just super grateful that they lost, cause you know fuck the Thunder. It's also fuck the Knicks too. So I'm hoping Wemby could really take them niggas out too. It's more so fuck the Knicks, but anyway. But yeah, bro, that shit was a crazy ass game too. I did not expect the Spurs to win, but it was a good ass game though. It was a good ass game for sure. So that was a fire. Paris is up, bro. Like PSG and Wemby winning the same day. Like damn, Paris is up. I know that. All of France is up right now, bro. But yeah. So after the game, I finally hit Palumi again. Actually, I ended at like almost 11 or so. So I hit Palumi and I'm like, yo, what's the word? He was like, oh, we should go. We should go to this like this one like bar he knows. Like I guess they had like OD cheap drinks and shit. So and this was like in Lower East Side. So I was in Brooklyn at the time. So it was probably gonna take me like 30 minutes to get there. So then we get there. I get there. I'm there first, and then I meet Palumi, and then we're just getting like a couple drinks, cause our plan was to go to this like a couple of his friends from college, like it was their birthday party, right? So he invited me, so we were gonna go there. It was at like this little club and shit. I mean, like what I like about their clubs is like, bro, you could really enter with whatever, bro. Like niggas was searching me, they saw my whole like camera, they saw weed, they saw like everything, and I was like, damn, are they gonna take it? No, they didn't take nothing. It was cool. So I'm like, that's really what I do like about my New York as well. But yeah, so first we pre-gamed at that spot, which is a spot that I actually have been to before and I didn't know. It's called Tile Bar. It's in East Village. It's really nice. It's got really good drinks. Not really good drinks, but really cheap drinks. But yeah, so then we didn't even drink too much. We got a shot, and I didn't tip the bartender, so like he was not fucking with us. So yeah, so he literally ignored. Palumi was just trying to get a water to go. He literally ignored him, and I was just like, yeah, let's just go. But yeah, so other than that, after the pregame, it was really close to the party. So then we walked to the party. That party was cool. Palumi knew basically everybody there. He was kind of introducing me to like his friends from school. We were kind of just yapping it up and things like that. But like that party ended at like 2. That was supposed to end at like 2. So then after, like, it was cool. We just danced a little bit. Just talked to people. Nothing crazy. At this point, I was getting tired though, cause nigga, I was out since 12. Palumi, he was like still trying to be outside, cause he obviously after the match and shit, he went back to the crib. He didn't go out. He took a nap, showered, got right, and he was good. Like he was good to really go out. Right? So like, but me, my day has been long, bro. I'm already at party number 3 of the day, and I'm like, this is like the birthday party, that was like my 3rd of the day. I'm like, bro, fucking tired, fatigued, nigga. Mind you, it's only like, at this point, it's like 1 o'clock, right? So then Palumi's like, what are you trying to do? You trying to go somewhere else after? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, like, I'm still down. Like, I was a little tired, but I'm not like OD tired. right? And then fucking, and then and then right. So then we were like, oh, what do you? So he was like, yeah, we could find. Palumi kept saying we could find something after, right? And then it gets to that time to find something after, and I'm like, yo, so what do you know in the area? He's like, nah, I don't really even know shit in the area. And I'm like, bro, you were chatting the whole time talking about, oh, we could find something after. You don't even know nothing after, right? So then after that, so then I told him, let's go to this spot that I remember all me, him, and our other friend Quinn we went to last time. It's called Deluxe Flux. Y'all might know about it. It's pretty popular. But so yeah, we were like, let's go there. And then I don't know. At first he was like, nah. I think he was like laughing because I'm like, maybe he got a little inside joke with Deluxe Flux. He wasn't fucking with it. But so we looked online like what they were playing. They were playing like some Afro house. And then we were like, yeah, because it's me, bro. You know, right now I'm in my Afro house, Afro tech bag. So I was like, yeah, I'm definitely sliding into that shit. And that's also the thing about New York. Like I mentioned the other vibes, like, bro, like so this was gonna be party number 4, but like every party was a different vibe. 2 of them were the same, but every party was a different vibe. Like the first one, the cookout, the rooftop cookout, that was like, I don't know if y'all know what Solection is, but that kind of felt like that, like deep cuts, like classics, and like just different flips of like classic songs and stuff like that, which is like, I love that type of music. But then the second one that I went to with the girl that I met up with, that girl, that was like a Afro beats. I'm a piano, I love on a piano, so I'll go to that. The birthday party, they were playing like just regular radio hits, but like 2000s hits as well, like those pop hits and shit like that from the 2010s, 2000s, which is also a vibe too, bro. There's some shit you could really dance to and shit. And then Afro house again, bro. Like, yes, I'm indulging in all of this shit. So it was all a vibe, bro. Like all the music was good, bro. That's your bare minimum at New York. Like you're gonna get good music. But mind you, that bar that I went to watch like the game, they was playing like some heavy, bro. They were playing some heavy metal, bro. Watching basketball, I'm like, dog, you cannot make this shit up, dog. You cannot make this shit up. Anyway, so yeah, so then we hit up the Afro house shit. That was calm. That's the place where they checked my bag again. I thought they were gonna check for the weed and shit. They didn't. And that was a vibe, bro. I didn't take any videos from the last 2 parties, like the birthday party and the one I was with that girl, but this one I did. Like I took I took this a couple of videos. I'll put them here. But yeah, these videos are just crazy. Like these look like, I don't know, bro. It kind of like even like the videos don't do it justice. Like what I really loved about it was like the smoky feeling of it, bro. It kind of just felt like, I don't know, bro. It kind of felt like ceremonial or a little spiritual. Like it was crazy. But yeah, I was trying to also get this like shot of like the girl with the silhouette, and it's her silhouette, but like they kept moving the camera, but it was okay. That was super fun, bro. Like the DJ was amazing. And yeah, so then we stayed there until like maybe 3:30. Oh, and I ran into this girl that I know from college, right? Her name is Aluchi. So I haven't seen her like since college, like literally, so like 2 years. So it was good to see her, like just to see someone else I know in the city, because I'm like, when she did like tap me, I was like, who the fuck is this? I don't know nobody out here. And then it was her, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. That was a good surprise. So yeah, so I saw her in the club, and then like after the fact, like we left around like 3:30, and then we were we saw her outside again, so we were just chatting it up again. I introduced her to Palumi and stuff. Um, yeah. So then after that, so we were like, yeah, the night's over. Me, I'm done up right now. But so now we're like, yeah, let's go home. Like, they were like, who's calling that Uber? I'm like, nah, we're not Ubering, cause we Ubered the night before. So I'm like, bro, we're not Ubering. We gotta thug it out and take that train, right? So we're getting on the so we're on the train, like we're getting in the station, and mind you, like even on the walk there, I told Palumi like I have to stop, bro, cause like my feet were literally fucking killing me, bro. My feet were killing me, bro. Like I was wearing loafers not all day, but like since the day party, which was at like 6, I was wearing loafers. So I'm like all day, I can't do this, bro. I can't do this. So yeah. So after that, I finally so then we're walking to the train station, and then we're about to go home, and then Palumi hits he's like, oh, are you trying to go to this club that closes at like 7 a.m., right? And he's like, cause he was like, his logic was he didn't party enough because he missed the day party. Well, he started his night at like 11, so he was like, oh, I feel like I didn't party enough, like I didn't feel like I didn't have fun enough, or some shit like that, or like not to the extent that I did, because I was out basically since 11, and I came back at 6 to change and then go to the day party. But like he had that time to rest, and stuff like that, so he rested most of the day. So he was like, yo, let me be outside more. So he was like, do you want to go? And I was just like, and he was really like, oh, if you don't want to go, we don't have to. But I was just like, bro, fuck it. Because I did, and then earlier that day, I did see this one reel on Instagram. I don't know if I'm going to pull it up, but like, it was like 7 a.m., Paris, 7 a.m. Your feet are, no, it was like your feet are fried from being out all day. You smell like cigarettes and alcohol and sweat from dancing all night and shit like that. And I'm like, yo, this shit's a vibe. This shit sounds a vibe. And I seen that earlier in the day, so I was just like, that shit kept coming back to me. I'm like, bro, fuck it. It's one of them days, bro. So I just said, fuck it, we could go. So then we got on a different train. We went over there. And mind you, bro, so we get off the train, and then Palumi wants to tell me, okay, it's a 20-minute walk. And I'm like, bro, son, what the fuck? So then, but then we get off the train, and then we're like, fuck it. But like, I did feel a little bit better, because like I was sitting for like 20 minutes, so like that was pretty cool. So then my feet weren't hurting as much. But then like after that, I was like, bro, this shit's too. No. After that, then we just kept walking. Like we were taking pictures and shit like that, cause like it was really. We went to this one spot. It was really cool, bro. We were just taking flicks and shit like that. But yeah. So then after that, like we kept walking, bro. We're literally seeing the sun rise, bro. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? We're seeing the sunrise, and his friend was there. But like we were both like, oh, bro, if it's more than 15, we're not going. Like we're about to just call it Uber home type shit. We're not staying, cause like, who is gonna pay a cover when we're getting there at 5 a.m.? Like what the fuck? Who's gonna pay a cover for that, right? So then, like his friends, like 3 of his friends were already there, and like literally as we were walking in, no. So 2 of his friends were already there, right? And so I texted him to tell them like, oh, can you like let them know, like ask them how much the cover is, right? And then she was like, it's 27, and we're like, what the fuck? So then we're just like, let's get there and see, and if it's 27, we'll leave, right? And then as we're walking in, she's leaving. So then he introduces me to them and stuff like that, and then they leave, and then he's like, oh, can you send us your tickets and shit like that? Okay, so he sent us 2 tickets. So then like at first, like there was an outside entrance, and they were like, oh, do you guys have tickets, blah 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 blah. and things like that. So then we so then we go in, and I'm gonna show y'all the video of us walking in, because it was a really, so what's about this club is like, it's first a techno club. So he was like, so Palumi was like, oh, I don't know if you would like it because it's a techno club, and I was just like, I don't really know much about techno to say I don't or I do like it, but like I know the techno that I know from out here at least is just like some but like I know it's like music, but it's like not a flattering one. This shit though, this shit was crazy. Like the music was crazy good, bro. It was amazing. Like this was definitely my favorite part of the day, bro. This last part was my favorite part of the day because the music was crazy. The venue was even better, bro. That was one of the best venues I've ever been to. I was one of the best venues I've ever been to. But yeah, basically you couldn't take any pictures and videos and shit. Like I took one by accident, and I'll probably play that too. But Palumi was like, you can hear him in the video. He's like, no photos or videos, right? So I immediately put it down. But yeah, so I'll show y'all the video of us walking in, and then the quick video I took. Yeah, right here. But yeah, so like yeah, as y'all can see, I don't know if you can really see, but that shit was a vibe, right? That shit was a vibe. But back to like us getting in. So so yeah, me and Palumi, we get past the outside entrance and shit. So then we're walking through the front, and then so we go through the front, and then they're checking my bag. They see obviously I have 2 cameras in there, but they're like, oh yeah, obviously we would have to put this in a specific place because we do have that policy of no cameras, no recording and shit like that. And I was like, that's true. And then so like someone takes our bag, and then we're trying to like scan our ticket. So no, we try to scan the tickets that they gave us, right? And they're like, no, these are already scanned. And we're like, and then they're like, oh, did you leave and come back? And I was like, we were like, yeah. And they were like, oh yeah, no re-entry either. So we're like, what the fuck? It's like, you're gonna have to rebuy tickets. And we're like, fuck no, we're not rebuying tickets, because the tickets was $27, no negotiations, right? So we were just like, fuck it. And we were just like, yeah, we'll just leave then, fuck it. And then so then they escort they escort us. They get a guy to escort us out to like where everybody leaves though, like when they're trying to go. So he basically, like, after we turn that corner, he basically like goes back to his post, and like we're basically just meant to walk out with everybody else regularly. So then Palumi, he taps me, he's like, yo, let this guy left, let's just sneak in. So then I'm just like, okay, bet, but like let's wait a little bit so like we can finally clear out, right? And then like I'm a little paranoid because I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to hold my bag. Can we put it inside and shit? Can I put it in this locker? And he's like, I don't know if you're probably gonna need a ticket to put in a locker. So then I'm just like, bruh, is it even worth it and shit like that? So then we're just like, all right, this is fuck it, let's just check it out. So we both say fuck it, and we saw a security guard right there. That was the guy with our bag. So I was kind of scared like he would see us and be like, nah. But Palumi was like, nah, he probably doesn't even care that much, right? So then we just walk in, and then we get in, bro. Nigga, no one says shit. And then you just gotta kind of act like you know what you're doing type shit, right? So then we snuck in, and I walked through. I'm like, what the bro? I wish I could I mean, y'all probably saw it from the video, but I wish I could describe it, bro. Like, it was so smoky. Like, it's not as kind of smoky as the last one. They were at like these fire strobes coming down with different lights, as y'all saw in the video. And it was just a vibe. But I will say, the music was a vibe and shit. But I will say, there was a lot of like queer and gay people there, so which is no issue to me obviously, but it was a little overwhelming, bro. There, like, almost every guy in that bitch had their shirt off. Sometimes I couldn't tell who was a guy, who was a girl, and stuff like that. But like that really wasn't an issue because it was pretty dark in there. Especially when I put my shades on, like I really could see nobody. Like I felt like nobody was even around, and shit like that. But like, yeah, what is beautiful about this place though is like this kind of reminded me of like those Studio 54 days where they were kind of like where Studio 54 was kind of like obviously there was like straight men, straight women, but there were also like gay men, gay women, like questionable men, questionable women. So like it kind of felt like you in Studio 54 and this, it kind of felt like a space where like, especially because there's no photos or videos, like it's kind of just felt like a space where anybody could be whatever the fuck they want, bro. People were dancing like nobody's watching, right? Like, and yeah, like that's the beauty of it. People are actually dancing, bro. Niggas is no one's just in the corner on their phone. No one is wall hugging, bro. Literally nobody. Everybody's out there dancing, going crazy. People are there by themselves. People are there with groups, and like they're just there to dance. They're literally there to just free themselves. So like, yeah. So we were dancing like OD. Like I was dancing OD, bro. Like I don't know if you all remember that one like Asian girl like dancing in that video with like in that video at the rooftop. Like I was dancing like her. I was going crazy. I was like, yeah, bro. Like, and it was some fire EDM, bro. Like some fire shit. Like that's the first time I heard like EDM. Like I don't know if it was EDM. That's the first time I heard like techno that I actually like, bro. Like that shit was actually good and shit like that. So it was a fucking vibe, bro. And the fact that we got in for free just made that shit even better. But yeah, like after so yeah, I think that's pretty much it, to be honest. Yeah, bro, like nigga, bro, and like, bro, that fulfilled that prophecy of the video, bro. 7 a.m. Paris, not Paris, but New York. Coming back home sweaty from dancing all day, actually dancing, smelling like alcohol, smelling like weed and grabba. Feet are done, bro, done for. Met some randoms, like, and like finally going home, bro. That's the type of summer that I want, bro. And it started really good. Like I feel like you can only get some shit like that in New York or in Europe, bro. Those are the only two places you can get some shit like that, bro. Like that was one of the best days of my life, genuinely. It really reminded me, well, yeah, New York, Europe, or fucking Asia, bro. That reminded me of when I was in Tokyo, and like the day of my gallery, like that day was just amazing because I was just outside, bro. I was outside. I didn't go home until like 8 in the morning, bro. Like back to back days, bro. It was just insane. And like that kind of reminded me of those days. So I was just so like, fuck it, bro. That's why I'm like, this summer I gotta say yes to everything, bro. Not everything, but like most things I'm saying yes to, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to have a spontaneous summer, bro. Just trying to see where the fuck it takes me, bro. Cause yo, bro, I don't know, with the luck, with prayer, with God on my side, like that shit was a movie. Palumi had a great time too. Like it was definitely connected with that nigga a lot. So that shit was fire. Overall fire, bro. Like, and then after that, got out the club like 6:30 or something like that. And then yeah, we went to the deli. Yeah, I had got a chopped cheese and then Ubered our ass home. And then finally went to bed at like 7 something, bro. That shit was so fun though, bro. I want to see if I missed anything. Like, I don't know. Like, I think that was pretty much it. Like, that day literally had everything you can ask for in a day, bro. Everything. And yeah, bro, like, that shit was fire as fuck. And I hope the videos did it justice, because, like, you know, I'm actually going to edit this, add videos and shit, so just give y'all a good experience and shit, so. Yeah, I'm going to catch y'all, though. That's for my story time. May 30th, bro. Never forget that day. 2026, I will never forget that day, bro. never in their life, never in their life. So, also got another piercing when I was in New York. So, that should look cool. Anyway, see y'all.